Hey guys, yeah, today's video is on inflation. Um, a lot of people don't understand it, which in my line of knowledge is quite surprising considering how important it is. Um, well, basically, with inflation, it's effectively a tax on your savings, and as we can all see over the years, if you're my age, I'm 33. If you're 33 or older, you will already know this intrinsically is everything we buy is getting smaller and it costs the same price. It's really annoying, but it's a fact. Um, yeah, basically, when prices go up, it means there's a lot more currency of that currency in the system. It's not the fact that it costs more to produce. It might cost more of that currency to buy it from another country, which is a different currency. It's like the pound to the euro, the pound to the dollar, the pound to the Singapore. I mean, there's still lots of currencies in the world. So the way to think of it is if you save £10,000 over a 10-year period, I mean the pounds that you put in your bank early on, the first £2,000-3,000 in the first couple of years, because of inflation and because of money printing, those were actually worth more when you saved them in the first 2-3 years than they were when you were ready to use them for a deposit, say 10 years later. Because, say for example, if you've got a big mortgage, there's two ways of paying it off. There's the slowest way, and there's the fastest way. I mean, and in the way I see it now is, I'd rather pay a mortgage off as slow as possible, because if inflation keeps going the way it is, and I think it's going to get a lot worse in the future, your mortgage will actually, I mean, or interest rates will offset it to a degree. Of course it will, but when you get a mortgage, you need you're going to risk assess how high the interest rate's going to go, where you cannot afford it. Because let's be honest, in the 80s, interest rates are at 15%. Wow, that's unthinkable right now. 15%. But if it went that high, no, I mean, the average Joe, I think there's very few people that could afford that. And that would crash the market. And again, supply and demand. Houses are just like everything else. Supply and demand. It gets too expensive. People can't buy it. The price comes down. You got to haggle on. If you can haggle on stuff on the street, you can haggle about a house. It's the same thing. It's still a market. So, basically, the advice is right now is, I did my video on Bitcoin and gold. And gold, it's not an investment. It's an insurance against inflation. So if you think, oh damn, I'm doing well, then make sure a percentage of your income every month goes into gold. So then if everything goes wrong, I mean, worst case scenario, you lose your job and you're on a really, really, really well paid job and you lose it because of a recession and impending doom on the market. If you've put 10% or 50% in gold for 5 years, then that's nearly a year's worth of gold in in currency terms, ready to go. And when, if you lose your job because of a recession, gold goes up. So you're very safeguarded if you lose your job, and that's what counts. So effectively, just protect yourself from inflation. Gold is not it's not an investment. It can be looked at that. It's not. It's an insurance on the currency that you have right now. That's it. I mean, I know it's different to my training videos, but it's along the same financial terms. Protect yourself in the worst case scenario. I don't want anyone to be burned when the next recession hits. And looking at the Dow Jones last week, it's gone down like 3,000 points in like the last month. So if the UK gets in official recession territory, I want to know that you're protected. If you even watch my video and listen to what I say. So good luck to you. Have a good Christmas. I doubt I'll do a video tomorrow, but who knows? Yeah. So have a good one. Cheers, guys.